All right, so I didn't want to do this, but because I keep seeing it and it's like a revolving door of shit, I feel like I'll be doing a disservice to not address it. I feel like I've addressed it before. I don't know if I've talked about it on Cozy Room podcast or if she gets it, but it's always been like a thing that I've dealt with my relatives and in society. And I know it's a thing that other people deal with. And I want to talk about this shit show, this bullshit called colorism. The hatefulness with that shit. And it's not funny. You know, whether it's dark-skinned people, brown-skinned people, light-skinned people, fair-skinned people, red-skinned people, good hair, nappy hair, curly hair, straight hair. All of that shit does not explain if you are a good person, if you are a worthy person, if you are a better person, if you are less of a person, if you should be treated less human. And when it comes to describing brown, beautiful people, understand this. There is nothing wrong with the color black. But there is something very wrong with society not wanting to know where people are from, what their true origin is, where their family is from, and they just put black on documentation, or they just put black on your license, or they just put black at your job to be like, okay, I have a certain percentage of black people, so there's no way that we can't have an equal workplace or a balanced workplace. Is bullshit. Because in society, on a national level, black is not an ethnicity. Black does not explain your true origin of where your family is from, of where your bloodline is from, of where your people are from. Black is equal to the definition Europeans give us as in the abyss, as in nothingness. If I tell a person outside that I am black, I am not telling them where my parents is from. I am not telling them where my grandparents is from on both sides. I am not explaining to them who I am. I'm excusing them to not want to know anything further because that's enough. When the reality is you would never look at a quote-unquote white person, someone with fair skin, a Caucasian, an Anglo-Saxon, and say, oh, you're definitely Scottish or you're definitely Italian. They would tell you. They will own it. So that's another issue right there, right? And I have relatives that will never meet my kids due to this skin tone ignorance, this colorism ignorance. Whether it's the paper bag test, it's bullshit. Whether it's beauty standards in America or other countries and continents, it's bullshit. Is classism is a problem behind this. Racism is a problem behind this. Indigenous people go through this. American people go through this. Melanated people go through this. And this is not just a quote-unquote black thing. Puerto Rican people go through colorism issues. Dominican people go through this. Haitian people go through this. Afro-Latino people go through this. Caribbean people go through this. Dark-skinned people of India go through this. Darker complexion Asians go through this. European people go through this. Ethiopians go through this. People of Tanzania go through this. Botswana people go through this. This is not a black thing. Discriminating on a person solely because of their skin color is ignorance. Light skin, quote unquote, is treated better than dark skin. It is treated that light skin has to be better. Light skin has to be closest to what's white, what's treated as pure, what's treated as right. And that's not true. And colorism does not just affect people's emotions and people's feelings. Colorism affects the job that you can't get or you can't get. The people you're dating that think about your skin tone. How far you will go in a relationship. people deeming you worthy to have their kids because of your complexion or your hair type. The face of marketing and business and retail and beauty is depicted on your skin tone. What does your skin look like? Is your skin quote unquote clean? Is it light enough? Is it considered beautiful? Managing communities. Oh, we can't have them representing the community. Look at him. Look at her. Oh, her hair has to be this. This is considered professional. This is not considered professional. This Olympic shit, how they're saying swim caps are no longer allowed for women with natural hair, when they know that that's how women with natural hair protect their hair from the chemicals that is in the pool water, chlorine, and what else it is. That's a form of racism. They know why they're saying that. This whole time, shower caps has been okay. Why now? Why now? It's racism. Longer sentencing for men and women is something that's depicted upon their color. That's why you have a jury to judge if you should have a worse sentencing, a longer sentencing, something harsh because of what you look like, because of what they heard in the courtroom about you. Their personal bias about you. This is why when you have an all-white jury judging people of the past, when it comes to you being a different ethnicity, you're usually going to get a harsher sentence. Like, that's just what it is. The environment that you're from leads to longer sentencing sometimes. If you're in a predominant black environment and you just happen to be, quote unquote, what they call black, or darker skin, you must be guilty. If you are a darker skinned, bigger, taller male, you look violent. If your hair is more coily, not straight enough, can't be brushed down, very fuzzy, very big, you are a distraction. All of this boils up into this colorism thing. And then we have young, youthful people, boys and girls, who come from a different background, all different backgrounds, saying they don't want to talk to a man if he's not this skin tone. They don't want to talk to a man if he's not, if he doesn't have this type of hair. Boys saying, oh, dark-skinned girls are not good enough. They're ugly. I don't want a dark-skinned girl because I don't want dark-skinned babies. I don't want to see a baby if they're, light skinned. I think that's ugly. Stop this shit. It's not helping. Kids are listening. Girls are listening. Little boys are listening. Bleaching your skin. Stop this shit. It is a inner fight that brown skinned people have, other ethnicities of people have, Caribbean people have, where they feel like what was rooted in racism years ago, hundreds of years ago, 400 years ago, is still here. It's still something we have to talk about and discuss. And it's dumb to me. It's so dumb to me. I love seeing brown people of all different complexions. That's what makes us vivid. That's what makes us beautiful. I love seeing us. I don't care where you come from. If you're from Haiti and you're a different complexion and somebody else is from Haiti and they're a different complexion, let me see it. Don't hide it. Let me see it. We can't all be the same. That's boring. If we were all supposed to be the same, the creator would have made our complexions be the opposite side of our palms. He could have made all of us be the color of our palms. Then it would have been some type of colorism issue. Let me see your hands. What color was their palm though? Oh no, I don't want no kids with nobody with a palm that's this color. Put your palms up. Like, it's dumb. Either way you cut it is dumb. My daughters are a different complexion from me, from my mom, from my nephews, from my cousins, and I don't love them any different. My family is very multiracial, and I don't love anybody any different because their skin tone is a bit lighter or a bit more brown or a bit more darker. It doesn't matter. All of our hair types are different. Nobody in here is better than because of their hair type. So we have to stop this in media and in social places, on the internet. Stop this shit about being better. Oh, like that baby's going to be pretty because his girlfriend is this or that man is this. Oh, and he got good hair, so your baby's going to have good hair. Stop that shit. Enough. It's 2021 and we still talking about this shit. I went to school in the 90s. I went to school in early 2000s. And this was a thing. My mom went to school in the 60s. That was a thing. I'm sure when her mother went to school, that was a thing. My dad came to the United States in the 30s or 40s, and that was the thing. So when do we stop? When does this become taboo? When is enough enough? When can we really start talking about why the fuck is this a topic? Why the fuck is there bleaching cream under your sink still? Why does it matter? Why do you feel like you're going to be better accepted as lighter skin tone? Why do you feel like that's going to make you a better person with a lighter skin tone? Why are people promoting bleaching cream and soaps that'll bleach your skin and having lighter skin? What does that say to the children that you create that are going to come out in the real skin tones of who you are? Are you going to tell them to change their skin tone too? Are you going to love them less because their skin tone is darker than yours? Like, it's dumb. People who are racist that have multiracial grandchildren. Do you love your grandchildren less because they are mixed heritage? Mixed race? Does that make them less human? Like, this shit is dumb. Brown people are beautiful, period. I don't care where you come from. And if you're really upset about it, then before you talk to anybody, go ahead and do your research on what genes a person might have. Or ask a person, can we go get tested and see what genes we have to see what pigments. And that's how crazy you sound. Nobody's doing that shit. Brown people are beautiful. My kids are beautiful. My mom is beautiful. Her parents were beautiful. And her parents were two different skin tones. They were Jamaican. Okay? And Jamaican is not just quote unquote black. There are Asian Jamaicans. There are white Jamaicans. Okay? So can we stop? Can we stop this shit? Can we start talking to these young people who feel like dark-skinned girls are less than, or light-skinned girls are better, or women just hating their hair and hiding their hair from the public because they don't want it to be seen? Everybody can't have baby curly hair at the front of their face. Stop this shit. Be yourself. Learn to love what that reflection of you is. And teach your kids that. That's all I wanted to say. Thank y'all. I'm out. Because this shit is dumb to me. I don't understand why it's still a thing, but this shit is dumb to me.